Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dr. Harley Live tonight, where tonight we talk about all the fun things that happened at the Smokey Mountain Bike Week. That's right. All the fun stuff that happened at Smokey Mountain Bike Week. First off, I got to say hello to Big Mike 135, HDAV Traveler, Robert Bacuccio, three of our channel members. What's going on? Factline, another channel member. Hello, good evening. Bry the Biker is here. The man himself, Mr. Bry the Biker. Gloria is here. Hello, Gloria. It's always great to see you. Let's see. We got SNS Contracting in the house. Boom. What up, bro? Good to see you. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Evil Rick's in the house. What's up, Evil Rick? Getting out there with everybody's link to their channels as always. Good job, Mr. Evil Rick. You are the man. And I would recognize you more than your bike. Just saying. Just saying. You know, we have Frogzilla is in the house. I wonder if he's still here. I think I got everybody. Hello, good evening. So everybody wants to find out about, let's see, is Smitty going to be, yeah. Can't wait to get back on that thing. Yeah, Megalodon in action. Absolutely. So everybody's here wants to find out all about Smokey Mountain Bike Week. Well, this was the second year. That's right. The second year that they held the Smokey Mountain Bike Week at Smokey Mountain Harley Davidson. And this year they added the mall to more vendors and stuff. My opinion, if they took the back parking lot where they had all the bike parking, they wasted a lot of space. They put more vendors in there. They could put bike parking out on the private road that's there. They've got plenty of places to park stuff. Zach, my brother, man, good evening. Good to see you. Thanks for calling. Hardwire, my brother. What's up, man? So, yeah, I mean, it was stretched out, but you know what? Who cares? You know, we're there to ride motorcycles. Let's ride motorcycles. So we left Wednesday last week. That's why there's no live. And I didn't want to spoil anybody's surprise that I was coming down with Big Mike 135. And we left here roughly about 5:30. And we took our time getting down there. We napped a couple times on the road because we left at 5:30 p.m. There was a 1 hour and a half and then another 2 hour nap along the way. And we got down there and we parked the truck at the mall. And we proceeded to walk to the Rolling Throttle booth. That's right. They had a booth down at Smokey Mountain Bike Week. And they were doing suspension technologies installs, Swicky speed exhaust installs. They installed exhaust on a whole bunch of bikes to include a Pan American. That's right. Made that Pan American sound like a Harley because of Swicky speed. That's right. So that's pretty cool. You guys will be seeing that video coming up, I don't know, about 3-4 weeks from now. I just got done putting it together and going to go through and make sure it's good. So please be patient. It's not even up for members yet to see. The video for Smokey Mountain Bike Week, that video is posted for members only to view it now, but it will be available and live to the public, to everybody else, on Sunday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before I go any further, before I forget, what's up, Rock? Rock Benjamin, what's up? Let's all take a moment of silence and pray for the poor souls in Florida that's getting hit with their now second major hurricane. It's hitting Tampa yet again and St. Augustine. Everybody talks about Tampa. But before it hits Tampa, it's going to hit St. Augustine. That's right. So, I'm sorry, not St. Petersburg. Too many saints down there. St. Petersburg, Florida. It's going to hit that before it hits Tampa. So, everybody take a moment and think and hope everybody down there will come through this and be okay. My prayers go out to them. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, just like the poor people in North Carolina that got hammered with the last hurricane, towns are wasted. But Autobahn, Virginia, what's going on? Good to see you. Froxilla's in the house here too. Shadow's here. Speak of Shadow and Jamin and Dark Soul, they had a good show tonight, man. It was actually kind of funny. It was real funny. I ended up laughing a lot of it. So, they had a good show on the unaffiliated. I told you guys about every live that, you should check them out, subscribe to their channel because their lives are entertaining. So, yeah, we got down to the mall. We parked the truck and trailer. Yes, we trailered there. We parked the truck and trailer. Hey, Zen, how you doing? Good to see you. He says, well, another hurricane hitting Florida in a couple of weeks. Oh, my God. Poor Florida. Man. And we proceeded to surprise Rolling Throttle, a.k.a. Drew and Crystal. They were shocked. NC Crimson Glide was shocked. I was there. Only a few people knew. One was Jack HDAV Traveler knew, Tweedledee knew, and I ended up having to tell Dallas because I ended up lying to Dallas saying, oh, I'm not coming, blah, blah, blah. And I felt bad. I can't lie to people. And I ended up having to call him and tell him, look, I lied to you. I'm sorry. I'm coming down. So those only people who knew we were coming down. And it was a good trip. It really was. So we hung out there, checked into a hotel. We didn't even have any reservations for a hotel. What's up, Moto Noggin? What's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Great show last night. Had a lot of fun. So, we went down, checked into our hotel, unloaded the bikes, went back to the mall with the bikes, parked in front of Rolling Throttle, created some havoc. Mike and I hung out, went out to dinner with everybody. Sam and Susan were shocked from Two of Dirty Junkies. They were there. They were shocked to see us. It was a great time. I tell you, as far as rallies go, it's real small, but it's young. Everything, like everything else, over time it grows and gets bigger and better. And, why not? Then, we all went out to dinner. Tweedle and I had a little bit of fun on the bikes. And after dinner, let's see. Too many Democrats moves in Florida. God said, nah, just catch Florida. Hardwire's got a good show, too. If you guys want to check out a really good show, check out his show. He's got a good live coming up. And, right on. So, and that was our Friday night. I'm sorry, Thursday night. Friday, we got up early. Mike went to the mall. I went to the Harley dealership, saw Jeff Galt from V-Twin Visionary, Jay from Left Lane Syndicate, met a whole bunch of other good, cool people, had a good meeting and discussion with Drag Specialties all about the shop. Yep. This 2 p.m. Eastern on Sundays is Hardwire show. So if you guys really want to catch a good show, that's where you want to go. Yeah, every Sunday, 2 p.m. No problem, Hardwire, man. It's going to be a great live. I'm going to be there, Let's see, I'm driving my car on my way back from Connecticut, so I got you. Well, speed safe, Noggin. Well, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Big Mike 135 ended up ditching the Screaming Eagle exhaust, the stock ECU, and the Screaming Eagle tuner. Ended up going with the Thundermax tuner and a Sawiki Speed full-length exhaust on his 135. And I could tell you, that thing was just nasty. Oh, man, it sounds good. It goes like a bat out of hell. It really does. And I'm not afraid to admit it. He didn't walk away from me in Spaceball. he sprinted away from me. I couldn't catch up to him, no matter how hard I tried. So of course, I told Mel, and Mel says, "Well, I guess we need a turbo now." And I'm like, "Well, who's paying for this? I can't afford it. It's 10 grand. I can't afford it." And a motor built just about every year, the way I ride. So, let's see. I can't get the links to the post. I see. Okay. Uh, so he had that done. We saw Dallas Face Mullet and his lovely wife, Penny. We saw DDK, aka Dan. Uh, oh, who's paying for it, Mike? Not me. I got other plans right now. No, 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 no superchargers. To me, they look ugly on bikes. Um, but while we were there, Riding on Threes, Tennessee showed up. Hung out with him for a little while, had a great time. Um, Daniel A stopped in, chatted with him for a minute. Let's see, Sawiki Speed was there. I talked to Sawiki Speed, hung out with them for a little while, and maybe we have something in the works. Maybe. Don't know. But if you guys ever get a chance, let me see if I can share this out. I got a guest coming up. Let's see. I'm gonna share this link. It's called Hard Street, and their website is hardstreet.com. And let me share this screen, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, it's called Hard Street. They're a saddlebag shelf that goes in your shelf here. So it's kind of cool. And they're working on, they only have it for the fronts, and they're available for all the saddlebags that open from the top, and to include the 2024s. They have those, but they're working on the back shelf for people who have audio in the front. So you could take a look and see what it is, but it's got a nice foam cushion and all that. So, yeah. Mr. DDK, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. It's great hanging out with you. So, yeah, they're going to be coming on the show on the 23rd, I think it is. Let me look. Make sure I get that right. Yes, that would be the 23rd. They're coming on the show. So it's going to be a great time. So, yeah. It's going to be a really great time on the 23rd. And he's probably going to be giving away a high side kit, which is the right side saddlebag kit on my show. So you don't want to miss out on that. Greg McBee, what's going on, man? Good evening. So, yeah, I met and talked to Glenn. He's one of the two owners. He and his actual brother own the company. I'll let him tell you all about it. But this was a product I really got excited about. Not too expensive, and pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that we'll be giving one away. 701 Traveler in the house. What's up? And Flathead, what's going on? Good to see you. What's so great about this rally is, and I didn't take advantage of it. There's so many great roads around there to ride, and I didn't do any of the riding except for around the rally. I didn't make it to Dream Rides, Tennessee. I wanted to, but I never made it there. I was having too much fun hanging out with Rolling Throttle and the Rolling Throttle family. Tweedledee was there working hard all week, to include 2 weekends. That poor guy's probably going to be sleeping for a month. He was working hard. Good for, what can I say? I mean, that's what family does for each other, Drew needed help and Tweedle stepped up. Right on. Hats off to you, Tweedle. Did a great job. And that was Friday. Saturday was pretty much the same thing. Big Mike and I went over to the dealership, hung out with V-Twin Visionary a little bit, hung out with American Core. You guys remember them? I had Mike, aka Doc, on the show talking about his not-for-profit organization. I hung out with him, bought some gloves from him, bought a pair of sunglasses from him. I bought a couple pairs of gloves from V-Twin Visionary. They had some, let's see. I didn't sabotage anything. That wasn't me. Those were those Macton saddlebag guards. There'll be a video coming out, guys, if you're curious what happened. Remember the video I put out about those Macton saddlebag guards? Well, on Mike's bike with 13-inch shocks, which are pretty tall, it came down and crushed the rear brake line, and then it ruptured. So luckily, it was found and nobody was hurt and everything like that. So, but yeah, it was a riding rally. Great job to the Dragon Hog chapter, helped out with parking and leading rides and sweet right on. I had a great, I missed those rides. I didn't do any of the rides, but you have Tail of Dragon, the Back of the Dragon, Cheryl Hall Highway, Devil's Triangle, all right there, So, I mean, it's a great riding rally, and it's going to grow. It really was. I was surprised the turnout that they had, because it was the same week as Myrtle Beach Bike Week. And Myrtle Beach has been around a while, but they had a great turnout, even though that was going on. Riding on Threes, Tennessee, I mentioned your name. You pop in. What's going on, man? It's good to see you. But yeah, I had such a great time there. And then Sunday, we packed up and we left hotel at 3 a.m. We wanted to be back. It's about a 12-hour ride. And we wanted to be back before dinner. Mike had plans. He had to get back with the grandniece and all that. And so as we're traveling and up in Virginia on 81, we hit some severe traffic. I'm talking severe. It took us a couple hours to go 2 miles to the exit because Interstate 81 northbound and southbound was shut down. And then once we got off the highway, it took us 3-4 hours to go 3 miles, 2.5, 3 miles. And why the traffic was shut down? Apparently there was an overturned tractor trailer. And what was it hauling? It was hauling cattle. And the cattle were roaming free on Interstate 81. So that's why they shut down the highway on both sides. So no cattle got hurt and nobody hit a cattle and they got hurt and things like that. But we had to get off the highway, went through this cute little town. And of course, while I'm there, I'm calling Fat Guy and blaming him, and he didn't answer, but he did call me back the next day. Yeah, Sophie, that's some bullshit. I even said that, says, look, no bullshit. But there was cattle all over the place. I'm sitting there going, steaks, anyone? Hey, right on. Cheeseburgers on the hoof. So yeah, I mean, I really had a great time. I've been on the fence of going back and forth about going down to Smokey Mountain Bike Week. And a week ago Sunday, Mike and I were talking, and he's like, well, let's see, maybe we'll go. And I'm like, well, I don't know. He goes, he says, we figured. And then on Tuesday, he says, hey, I'm in, let's go. Or leave tomorrow when you get out of work. I'm like, okay. So we left Wednesday night. It was that quick. He says, hey, we're good to go. We're leaving tomorrow night. I'm like, okay. So we left and we went and we had a great time. I can't complain. I really can't. Let's see. Good thinking, Dan. Yeah. So I still have my cows. My wife says, don't have a cow. IDE, go again. I would definitely go again, but I can't go next year, the year after, because we have plans and I have to save for these plans. Like, Sturgis 2026, and I got to save for that. That's why I'm only doing 2 events next year, which is Daytona Bike Week and Mob in the Mountains 2025. Can't wait. Let's see. I can't remember who said it live Wednesday. His trike was in the shop. Evil Rick's bike's out. They're putting down hot patches on the potholes. Oh, that's hilarious. When I was driving truck, I carried barbecue grill in the driver's side box just in case of things like that. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see. Might have been riding. He's still. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Might be riding because his bike's still in the shop. Let's see. Yep. He lives like 45 minutes from Raleigh. Yeah. Yep, that's me. Yep. So it was a good time. It really was. I enjoyed Maryville. I thought it's a nice town, city, whatever you want to call it. We got to go downtown a little bit. I had to suffer. I mean, everybody feel bad for me. I had to eat steak 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row. But I mean, you guys want a funny story? You guys want to hear a funny story? Let's see. Hey, Flathead says the Pan American riders put a few venture rides to the Dragon Hot. Yeah, right on. Speaking of Pan American, I just put together a video file of what a Pan American sounds like with a Suzuki Speed muffler on it. Oh, yeah. That sounded really good. Yeah, it sounds rough. It was. So I tell you, I had to choke every piece down with a smile. No, honey, nobody had prime rib. That's getting harder and harder to find. But now you mentioned it, we do have to go out for a nice prime rib dinner sometime. So you guys want to hear a funny story? I mean, it's so funny. It's hilarious. It really is. Actually, what? Oh, cool! Right on. So, who wants it? I'm gonna tell you the funny story. So after Big Mike and I left my house, loaded up, headed westbound and down, 10 wheels and trucking. We stopped in Pennsylvania for gas. And we pull up to the gas pump. And Mike's truck is a newer Ford with one of those no gas cap fuel fillers. And I learned something new, and so did Mike. Rolling Throttle, what up, man? Represent Rolling Throttle. We stopped at this gas station, and we would go to put gas in the truck. And the gas nozzle would not go in the neck. You have two flapper doors, an outer and an inner one. Well, it went past the outer one, but it wouldn't go past the inner one. So I'm sitting there, put my mechanic's hat on, started trying to figure out, okay, zero release. Might try starting, shut off the truck, blah, blah, blah. Do whatever you can do. And yeah, I know, but Zach, it was late. We were thinking about calling. But it was late both times we were through Pennsylvania. And so I'm sitting there going, this is stupid. Just got to put gas in the truck. It's not that hard. So I said, after about 5-10 minutes of fussing with it and not breaking anything, I says, you know what? Somebody else has had this problem. Let me go to good old YouTube. Yes, I went to YouTube. I typed in the problem, and little did I know. Well, every time you get gas, guys, look at the filler neck or the nozzle neck, because some of them are stepped down towards the end. And if they're stepped down, it will not release the inner door. And that was the problem we had. So I go on the other side of the pump, let's say for argument's sake, pump 5. So I went to pump 6, the opposite side. I looked at the neck, and it wasn't set down. I says, it can't be that simple. We can't be that stupid. It can't be that simple. And I grabbed it and went right in. So we paid for the gas on that pump, and we filled up the truck. That's right. It's exactly what happened. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, you know. Hey, John, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Let's see. Did you tell everyone about Mike running out of your... Yes, I already did. How he ran out of my life. He didn't walk out of it. He now runs out of my life. But it'd be kind of hard for him to run out of my life now with his bike in my garage. But yeah, he ran right out of my life with that 135. So yeah, Mr. Daly's in the house. He was also very instrumental in helping Rolling Throttle with some of the installs. He helped Tweedle out. That was awesome. You know, hello, Mr. Dallas. It was great to see you and Penny again and hang out with you guys. And, you know, that's the real reason why we went to this rally, is because we missed everybody that we see and hang out with at the rallies. And hopefully we could meet and see a few more and meet a few more people. And that's the only real reason why we went, because, you know, we missed, you know, Drew and Crystal and Tweedle and Dallas and Penny and Phil, MC Crimson Glide and TDK. Just to name off a few off the top of my head. And man, it was awesome to see everybody. It really was. And, you know, I think that's why I really like going to these rallies now. It's just to see everybody and hang out and, you know, just, you know, catch up and, you know, break some stones and have fun, you know. Let's see. Mike says, yes, we missed them some bitches. Yes, we did, you know. Yeah, we got the band back together. It was a great time, man. You know, I'm glad. I'm hoping you guys did well. I'm glad when I saw you guys you weren't constantly working, but the crowd didn't support that. But for what the crowd was, you guys, I believe, did very well. No, I said Tweedle. I did say Tweedle and Tweedle E. Can't miss Tweedle E. You know? So yes, Evil Rick, definitely you want to talk to John about if you're using DaVinci Resolve, because he's like the DaVinci Resolve god and whisperer. I've been playing with that program. I still can't figure it out. Yes, the rolling file has had to put some work. Yes, we absolutely. I even offered Rolling Throttle, hey, if you need me, I'm here. If you want me to wrench, I am here. Be more than happy to wrench for you. Never asked. And I kept offering them, says, hey, I'm here. Tweedle went off to, you know, catch a little break and travel and visit the rally and hang out with Jay. I was like, a bike came in and say, hey, I'm here, man. Let me do this with you, you know. And Drew's like, no, I got it. It's like, all right. Special shout out to New Heritage Bike riders keeping it old school. Yeah, right on. Big size. So I saw that Tweedle E was very bad. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. You got that right, huh? No Tweedle C. Nope. We got Tweedle D and Tweedle E. We bypass C. Nope. Nope. Awesome. Love to see you again, Evil Rick. You know, love to hang out with you more this time than the little bit that we did. You and Jamin, you know, you guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you guys. Let's see. Ask Tweedle about making some. Yeah. Tweedle made a man cry. He had me doing sales, especially after they watched. Yeah. I really appreciate that. There was a guy who came and had Legend and really wasn't happy with that suspension during the week. And Drew said, "Hey, go watch Dr. Harley's videos about these the suspension. Don't take it from me. Take it from somebody who bought and paid for this product, who's had Legend, and listen to his experiences." And he did. And then he came back and purchased that suspension. And he came back to meet me. You know, I happened to be there when he came back to thank Drew because the bike was so much better. As a matter of fact, when they were taking the fork cartridges apart, the Legend suspension cartridges were actually broken inside the forks. That's right, they were broken. So, you know, they put on suspension technologies. And I hope he gets some sort of replacement to sell. I don't know what he's going to do. I wish him all the luck in the world with that. But he went down the rabbit hole and said he watched a lot of my videos, and I really appreciate that. You know, yeah, who doesn't love a Heritage? They make great trouble bikes. Huh. No, not everything. Hey, Tweedle, don't ask me. It doesn't affect. Yes, what's going on, Tweedle? I thought you'd still be sleeping, recovering from the rally, but man, glad to see you here, my friend. So glad to see you here. Yeah, he did make a grown man cry. I wasn't there for that, but I heard all about it. I don't want to take Tweedle's story. Tweedle, let me know if you want to come on and tell that story because it is kind of funny. You know. So yeah, let's see. I gotta get caught up. Yeah, well, Dollywood made an employee. Yeah, made employee of the month. Right on. Faculty employees of the year. Yep. The picture's going up. It says I gave it to Dollywood. Hey, Mike Ball here? Did I miss him? Mike Ball in the house as he is. If he is, what's up? Nice. Hey, D-Rod, what's going on? Yeah, so Tweedle, if you want to come in and jump on here and tell everybody how you made this grown man cry, I'm pretty sure everybody will want to hear that. So as a matter of fact, let me go over to Instagram and send you the invite. Let me do that real quick. Oh, man, because that's a good story. It really is. You know? Mr. D-Rod in the house. Let's see. There you go. I got a bottle in front of that. All right, Tweedle, check your Instagram. Rolling Throttle, check your Instagram. Love to have you guys jump on and join us. You know, they tell you they want to know what they should be at the rally besides don't have pants on. Well, put some pants on. You're not Nori. Mr. Steve Turner, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. I got a call from Suspension Tech because they were told what happened. Everyone was laughing. Oh, man, that's good. That's good. Yeah, Mike and Emmett Suspension Tech are awesome. But if you, speaking of Suspension Tech, check out these cool koozies, right? You guys remember back in the day, flat bracelets? Do you remember those? You know, like that's the koozie. Slap bracelet. It's like an arm thing now. So yeah, guys, come on in. You know, Tweedle, throw some pants on. Tell everybody that story and how you made a grown man cry. We all want to hear it. You know, we all do. This is no extra large slap bracelet. Yes, the extra large slap bracelet. Yeah. Let's see. I didn't think Mike is in the chat, but since. Oh, right on. Yeah. Mike Ball's awesome. I love Mike Ball. Let's see. Roll and throw. Tell it. Yeah, come on. Somebody get in here and tell that story because I'll mess it up because I wasn't there. I just heard it, so it'd be a third person telling it. I'd rather have somebody tell the story the way it's supposed to. Yeah, we need a first person account. That's it. Tell them, Jack. Get them. Get them. Tell them exactly what's going on. Oh, Bri, are you still in here, Bri? Bri, are you still in here? I guess not. Let's see, because I'm watching your Instagram post. Nope, you're not in here anymore. Oh, well. Dollywood should tell it. I just had a guy chase me back to the tent because of, yes. So Drew did his first Swiggy speed install on a Pan American, and he took it for a ride around the mall parking lot. And as he was coming back to drop the bike off, some guy ran out in front of us and literally almost got run over and says, "I need that in my life," and followed him right to the Rolling Throttle booth. And they talked, and he ended up go getting his bike and boom, put it on. Mr. Dying Breed, what's going on? Good to see you. Okay, cool, Tweedle. Can't wait to see you jump on. Mr. Lone Cowboy Adventures, hello and good evening. Greetings and salutations to you. And cheers to everybody, and cheers to everybody in Florida. Yes, they did 2 Pan Americans in the same day, as a matter of fact, on Saturday. And then Saturday night, at the last minute, talk about customer service, the very last minute, a guy rolls in, says, "Hey, I want a Sawicki exhaust on my bike." So they took him right in, and had a Reinhardt head pipe with Reinhardt mufflers, and that Reinhardt head pipe was cracked where they all crack, right at that little crossover connection. And actually, yes, I did. I did the video, the second install with the sound bite, and I just got done putting it together, and it's up and marked unlisted. If you want Rolling Throttle, I could send you the link so you could preview it because you are the star in that video because you did the install with Dallas. So if you want to approve it or not, and if you do or don't, I don't care. Hey, why not? Hey, Guns and Baggers is in the house. What's going on? So how about the parent? Yeah, that's what we're just talking about. Guns and Baggers. Hello, man. Yesterday was his birthday. Happy belated birthday to Guns and Baggers, Well, if there was a sports disc, it can be a Harley, I guess, with Pan American. Yes, it's the same, almost the same motor as a Sportster S, but this one sounded way cooler. I didn't catch what brand of head pipe. It was a original Harley head pipe, but it had the Smokey Speed muffler section mid pipe and muffler put on. It's kind of cool. Yeah. That was spaghetti night. Yeah. Oh, cool. Just got home from work. Right on, man. Well, happy belated birthday to you. I know I wished you happy birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday to you, Mr. Guns and Bagger. Let's see. That's the wiki on Pinterest. It sounds crazy awesome. Yes, it does. Actually, I have not heard a bike yet with the Sawiki exhaust sound bad. My thing. The spaghetti. I wasn't there for spaghetti dinner. We had to get back to the hotel and get some sleep because we were leaving at 3 a.m. Let's see. Friday is Fat Glid's birthday. So, yes. Happy birthday, Mr. Fat Glide, coming up on Friday. I love that squeaky sound on my bike is transformed. Not just the sound, but performance, too, with that Thunder Max with some of Rolling Throttle's sweet tuning action. Right on. So it was really good. Still waiting on Mr. Tweedle. Don't know where he is. I think it takes him that long to put on some clothes. Wondering if he's got any. Let's see, Mr. Tweedle. But yeah, I got to meet Droop Moto too. We actually hung out and shook hands and bro hugged each other, and it was really cool to hang out with Droop there for a little while. All right, cool, right on. See you in a little bit. Yep, Noggin's channel. He's starting up his lives again, going live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See, Tom, everybody loves you. But guys, next year, if you want to go to a cool rally with some amazing roads, Mob of the Mountains 2025, not really a rally, it's more of a biker camp out, and Smokey Mountain Bike Week. Talk about two great riding places to go. Just saying, So, did I see Droop's vid today? I think he needs your help. No, I did not see Droop's vid. Where was it? Was it on YouTube? Was it on Instagram? I did not see it. If he needs my help, he knows he can just reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to help him. On YouTube. No, not at all. I'm going to have to take a look for it after this live and watch it. I don't know what time you dropped it, but I'd love to check it out. Said it took him 11 hours to do the 3-hour ride. Wow. That's a long day. We left Maryville, Tennessee at 3:30 in the morning. We didn't get back to Connecticut till about 8 o'clock, 8:30. We got to my house. So that's 17 hours. Dallas is being funny. Those roundabouts are brutal. Hurry up, Tweedle. Hurry up. We're missing out on what we're waiting on your story on how you made a grown man cry. Everybody wants to hear it. There we go. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. I plan on being there this Sunday, work permitting in the garage. I got quite the project ahead of me. Mismatched parts, accessories for parts ordered were not correct. So I'm going to have to redo a lot of stuff. Yeah. Troop rides 5 miles at a time. Nah, he had to go back to bed. He's standing upright. He's just not leaving the house. There you go. There's Tweedle's link to his page. You guys don't want to miss out on that. Oh, here he is. The man, the myth, the legend. The one and only, never to be imitated nor duplicated. Tweedledee, what's happening?
What's going on, buddy?
How'd you like your intro?
Better than what I was called at the rally.
So, everybody wants to know, tell the story on how you made this grown man cry.
We had a customer come in that had full legends, and the rears were leaking, and he just wanted to change all of it. So we changed all of it. And upon doing the front suspension, we found that the cartridges and the forks was completely dry oil. First one came apart. We got it back together. I went out there, slid it in, tightened it down. Drew took off the other one and was like, oh, this is one of their cheaper versions with the 2-piece system. And I was looking at it. I'm like, that don't look right, because he had to go outside and talk to a customer. So I'm like, I'm not going to touch it. He came in and he looked down in there and looked at the stick. He goes, oh, shit, it's broke. Like, it completely snapped in half. But it didn't have any oil in it either. So we ended up rebuilding that one. He went to the bathroom as I was installing it. So I did the 2 bottom pinch bolts, and I was working on the top one. And the Allen wrench kept hitting something. It would turn so far, it hit something. And I tried to re-index it to keep tightening it. Wasn't wanting to work. So I was getting irritated. I started telling the Allen wrenches about the fling in the parking lot because it was pissing me off. And out the corner of my eye, I see this guy walk up. What really did, I was already mad at the bike, really the tool, because it really wasn't to work. But the guy kind of came up and gave Crystal a look like, you don't know shit. It came straight to me. Everybody that knows me knows I don't like stupid questions. This guy asks, he goes, hey, I can take my 12-inch suspension, Legend suspension, and extend it out to 14 inches, right? And I bit my tongue. I was really wanting to say, what kind of dumbass question is that? But I bit my tongue. I was like, can you say that again, just so I make sure I'm on the same page? So he said it again. I was like, that ain't how that works. I was like, you're just adjusting how stiff the shock is or how soft it is. I was like, you ain't getting no extra travel out of it. I was like, you would have to replace it. And then he looks at me. He says, what's your personal opinion on Legends? Well, me and Drew just took off a leaky set of rears and the front forks, cartridges, and one of them was snapped. In my head, I'm like, don't say their shit, but their shit came out. He completely went from, I don't know, mid-50s, 60-year-old maybe, to a 5-year-old kindergarten girl. He's like, you don't know what you're talking about. If they were that bad, nobody would be buying them, and everybody's buying them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, you asked me my personal opinion. I gave you my honest answer. Well, he walks over to the Mustang tent next to like 3 or 4 of his buddies, and I went back to turning that stupid bolt, that upper pinch bolt, and I heard him running his mouth about me. So I kind of just took the wrench down, dropped it on the thing. I turned around, I was like, hey, come here, I'm going to give you an education on why I say this, because I can back it up. and show him proof. He wasn't having it. He's like, I ain't buying shit from y'all. And I'm like, good. I don't want you to. I don't want you riding this suspension. I was like, you ain't gonna hurt my bank account. By that time, he already had me riled up. Crystal knew I was mad. She should have jumped in there, but she didn't. And the customer was right there the whole time. Even the customer was laughing at this dude, like trying to show him legit pictures of this suspension that he just had pulled off his bike, all jacked up. And that guy was like, I ain't buying nothing, y'all. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, come here, let me give you an education. I'm going to give you an education, and then you'll see why I say that. He just wasn't having it. And his buddies was horse laughing him because I guess the dude had a favorite YouTuber that rides Legends, and he bought them because of that. And he didn't like what I said. When I said they was shit, I didn't even say nothing about suspension tech. And if he had asked me about O-Lanes, really the only negative thing I could have said about them is they're pricey, you know.
Or Wilbur's.
I don't have no experience with Wilbur's. Can't comment on them.
Oh, if you want Wilbur's, you better sell a kidney, an arm, and a leg.
Well, like I said, I have no experience with them, so I really can't talk about them. I know they're expensive, though.
Good night, Big Mike.
Dude, he just went from like middle-aged, mid 50, 60-year-old man to a 5-year-old kindergarten girl that had her sandwich stolen and was breaking down in the parking lot. The guys over at Mustang was laughing at him. Customers laughing at him. I'm sitting there like, come here, come get an education. And he just was not having it. I was like, you know what? Go on. I went back to working on the bike, and I figured I was going to get yelled at, and I apologize for it. I shouldn't have said it, but, he asked my personal opinion, my personal view, not Rolling Throttle's view or Suspension Tech's view. He asked my personal opinion, and I gave him my honest answer, and he couldn't handle it. And then he didn't want to see proof on why I said that.
What up, 2-4? So, he just couldn't handle the truth.
No. He didn't want to hear the truth is what it was. I mean, that's all me. That whole thing is on me. Not Rolling Throttle, not Suspension Tech, not Legends, not anybody else. That was all me and my personal opinion, and he couldn't handle it.
So Corey says Tweedo finally got his pronouns. Brat. Yeah, that shirt's old news now.
Hey, it's the first time I wore it. It came in the mail during bike week.
Yeah, well, I've had mine for a few weeks already.
Oh, well, you may give you a cookie.
No, but it helps me sleep better at night, knowing I got mine before yours.
Well, hey, I got the Yield to No One shirt too, so.
So do I.
Yeah, see, I got it a couple days after I got this one in the mail.
I got the hat that matches your shirt right now.
Yeah, I didn't even buy no hats.
Yep.
Well, actually, I did buy the Sawiki hat.
So we had a good spirited ride, leaving the mall and then leaving dinner.
Yeah, that was the first time I rode on the Rolling Throttle tune, and my butt clenched really big. Because we launched off the line, my bike has never tried to slide out from under me, and it slid out. And I wasn't on pain or nothing either. I mean, we was both right there together. I know you seen it in the mirror. It was like, oh crap.
Yeah. I also saw when we were leaving a light, you stalled.
No, I didn't stall.
The bike shut off.
No, that was because you hit the kill switch.
No, you hit it. I was reaching for it. You were.
Oh yeah, when I went to cover it, but you had already hit the kill switch once.
We had so much fun riding around. I think the cops are still looking for us.
Probably.
we were just hammering it and stretching front ends and picked mine up for about an inch or two off the ground. It was a good time.
Corey, I need that on a shirt. I told him I wanted my next work shirt to say, do not talk to the help, does not play well with others.
Yes. Well, you played well with me on the roads.
Well, yeah.
You weren't
Well, I
working.
probably need to rephrase that to he does not have a filter.
Yep. When my wife and I were in the CVMA, her road name was No Filter.
Well, I know we had a blast, and that rolling throttle tune in my bike is better than the All American tune.
Now, since you're here, can I share the Tweedledee pictures? It's not you, it's just a likeness of you.
I don't know why a grown ass man want to blow up all of my face on it. That's kind of creepy. You know who you are. I can't even see the chat.
So, can I share that picture?
Go ahead. You can share the reel I put up of it. I don't care. I think the reel is better, though. You probably should do that one.
I don't think I have the reel, so why don't you share it and I'll put it up. So, there's our favorite old man having his way with Tweedledee.
Oh, I can't do it, Doc. You're going to have to go on my Instagram and pull it up.
Oh, okay. And she's rolling throttle with Tweedledee. All right, so let me go over to your Instagram.
I'm on my cell phone right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you see.
Is that the one with the shirt? Saddleman.
Yeah. Yep.
That's not a reel. That's just a picture.
No, it's a reel.
It's real. All right. Let me share that screen. All right.
Oh, you can't turn the volume up?
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it.
Penny's going to kill me for that one.
Hey, it's out there. It's for fair use.
She was having way too much fun with that.
Oh, here's a good one. The mad scientist. You can see the smoke coming out of his ears.
I took that picture. He was actually tuning my bike. He was really focused.
You can see the smoke coming out of his ears. I tell you, it was a really good time down there. I don't need that.
I got my ECU and my All-American tune on it.
Nice.
That I can't use. It's like the bumped up the horsepower and torque more. What is that about, Knucklehead?
It was just, what the fuck is up with that blow-up doll?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You got to ask Dallas and Penny over that one.
Yeah. Penny was having her way with Tweedledee, and so was DDK. You know? But, I mean, that's just a small piece of the fun we had down at Maryville, at the mall, during Smokey Mountain Bike Week. Just
it's not
small.
Maryville, it's Maryville.
I'm sorry. I'm a Yank. It's spelled Maryville. I know y'all
But
pronounce
it's not
it
pronounced Maryville, it's pronounced Maryville.
Maryville.
Yeah, just like Wartburg is actually spelled Wartburg, but they call it Wattburg. Don't ask me why. It's a Tennessee thing.
I don't have a Tennessee twang, and neither do you, by the way.
That's because I was born and pretty much raised. I think I moved out of Mississippi at 17, so that's where my accent's from.
Yeah, right on.
Never lost.
The thickest accent is Penny. You know, Penny's got the thickest Southern accent. Yeah, exactly.
I
Praying
gotta
for
find a spot for that.
Absolutely.
Seeing how I was the second mechanic that ever touched that bike. Allowed to touch that bike.
No, not necessarily. You're the third.
He said only you touched it.
Nope. Harley Davidson put that motor in.
Okay, well, third. But I saved him, though. I know that's a sore subject. I'm not going to go into it.
Look, it's from a bad part. I mentioned it, that the Macton's bad guards crushed his brake line.
Always buy Santoro. They're the original. They've already worked through all those issues.
Santoro is ordered. So is the brake line.
Good.
And the Macton's bad guards will be coming off, and I cannot sell them or give them away knowing that they're defective. I do have to drop them an email saying, hey, and I'm going to send them pictures too, saying, hey, we put these on, and this is what happened. You guys might want to rethink your design because you're going to kill somebody.
Don't forget, I had to take about 1.5 inches of material off the bottom inside just for it to fit around the muffler. And that muffler wasn't very big either.
No, but it sits higher than the Screaming Eagle one, and that's why you had to do it.
And it had spacers in it, and it still was bumping.
Yep.
So, which you might want to get some black paint on that, by the way. I didn't have no black paint to put on it.
Iron Butterfly. Yes. We showed the reel that Tweedle posted on Instagram of you deflating and spanking Tweedle E.
But I will go ahead and say, if you need suspension right now, Jake has a bunch of it on hand. So if you order from Rolling Throttle, it'll be shipped out pretty quick. Drew and Crystal's got plenty of Sawiki pipes and Sawiki swag. So if you go on there or contact them, they can ship that out pretty quick too. I believe they still have Motac stuff. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if they dropped it off on the way back or not.
So, Corey, I don't know anything about their lights. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I do. It was just the windshield trim lights and now the bag guards. But the bag guards bring up a serious safety concern.
Well, there's a story behind that. But I can't talk about it. But you can pretty much guess it by looking at it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let them know that there is a serious safety concern with those bag guards, that they need to pull them off and tell everybody who ordered them to keep an eye out for that.
I would say if it's happened to his, it's happened to others. And they probably haven't found it yet.
Yep. Probably not.
Probably wouldn't have found it until it already ruptured and didn't have any brake pressure.
Yeah.
But he changed the exhaust, so
I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found it. And could you imagine if we rode out there?
Yeah. I don't think y'all made it. I think it had ruptured before y'all got here.
Yep. And that brake line is on back order.
Oof. Maybe that's the reason why.
Maybe. Maybe. And it's on order. So, don't know. I look like a turtle. Turtle. But yeah, I mean, you worked your ass off the whole rally. At least when I saw you, you barely sat down. There was some time on Saturday where you were able to sit down. Not much on Saturday. I mean, on Friday, not much on Thursday, but Saturday we were able to sit down and smoke a cigarette and drink a water and have some lunch without being interrupted.
Well, I think it was like Monday, Tuesday, Saturday was kind of the least busiest days. I mean, we did installs, but they were kind of spaced apart a ways.
Yep.
But apparently I'm the Sawiki expert now, according to Drew. So anybody relatively close orders one from Rolling Throttle, I'll put it on for you.
There you go. There you go. You know, it was great meeting the guys from Sawiki. You know, the engineer, the chief engineer, he was there. He and I had some good conversations. And I guess he's like the parts manager, Mike. What?
Oh no, I just had some pop up. I'm looking like, what the hell?
Let's see. She says, I enjoyed hanging out at the Rolling Throttle tent. It was good to see everyone. Yes. Yes. Exactly. You know, it was such a good time. It really was.
I did gotta say, everything did go quicker as far as installs go when the first weekend when Dallas was there, and the second weekend when Dallas and Bill was there, because we was able to get everything pushed out faster by having a helping hand. So,
yep. I'm surprised you guys didn't ask me to jump in and help. I would have. I came there fully expecting to help. On the ride down, Big Mike said to me, he goes, "You're going to be jumping in on every install in there." I says, "No, I won't unless I'm asked. I will offer, but if I'm not asked, I'm not going to get in the way."
I do gotta say, rally mechanicking, being a mechanic at a rally, is a lot more fast paced, and it's harder than having your own shop because you got to constantly keep knocking them out and pushing them out the door. Where,
Yes.
you know, the shop, if you run into a problem, you can be like, all right, well, I got to go get the part. Oh, well, it's on back order. I got to wait for it to come in. Well, we don't have those options. We got to get it out the door and right the first time. And we had a lot of people coming back, bragging about how the suspension was, how the pipe was. Came back from carbon heat shields. And by the way, in case anybody wants to know, the Sawiki Speed carbon heat shields are actually universal heat shields. So you can use them on any exhaust.
Yeah. You know, I was the first one to rock their heat shields because they were new during Daytona Bike Week. And, you know, I bought them right from Dump Truck. The first set, he said. I was the first set of sales on those. And I put them on, I don't know if you remember, I put them on in Daytona down at the Hangover Show, the Performance Hangover Show.
Well, keep in mind with that, too, if anything happens to the heat shields, they got a lifetime warranty on them also.
Absolutely. Same thing with the exhaust.
Yep. That exhaust is so nasty, man. That D&D, like, all right, so you think a 2-in-1 pipe, you're like, oh, yeah, that's going to be light. Well, when I took the D&D off, I just set it in the corner and then grabbed my mid pipe and went out the door with it. And I really didn't try to compare them. We had another guy come in that just bought the D&D, and he was asking about my mid pipe. I was like, well, I just spent all this money on a D&D. I really don't want to pull it off and try to sell it. So I was like, well, just come here this way. If you do get another bike, you know what to expect. So I took him in the trailer. I grabbed the D&D. I was like, here, pick this up. He picks it up, and I set it back down, and I grabbed a full-length Sawiki with the welded tip in the box, completely sealed. So you had the exhaust in the box, all the box in the parts. You had all the paper covering up the stainless steel and the weight of the box. And I give it to him. He picks it up. He's like, holy crap, this Sawiki's like 20 to 30 pounds lighter. I'm like, yeah. Like you can tell a difference.
Yep. What up, Shane? Yeah, I mean, I've been rocking that exhaust for a year and a half on Spaceball, and I couldn't be any happier with it. And they made improvements to it since I bought it. And their engineer says they're going to send me the upgraded downpipes. Talk about customer service.
Yep. Well, speaking of that, if you have an Indian, I think it's a bagger. If you got an Indian bike or Softail, Rolling Throttle's got them in hand right now. Can ship them out pretty quick. So contact him if you're interested.
I think they even still have one Pan American muffler left.
Yeah, they do have, as far as I know, they have one Pan America, unless it has sold already. But if you got a Pan America, I highly suggest that pipe. And apparently the cats are actually in the head pipe on that bike.
As a matter of fact,
because that green bike, my mechanic actually knocked the cats out of it.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to look, see if I have that
video of the Pan America running.
Yes, I do. So I'm going to share that video so everybody here could hear it and see it as well. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Let me just fast.
Yeah, that was the second one. That was a guy that ran out in front of Drew to try to get the pipe.
Yep. Trying to get to the part where it's running. There we go. I think that's it.
Heard up.
Okay, I think that there was that's why I
Not a sewing machine anymore.
No, that is a sweet sounding exhaust on that bike. I mean, it really made it sound like a Harley Davidson. Let's see. Tweet on the house. Oh,
Iron Butterfly.
hold on, I'm getting there. All right, good night, Knucklehead.
What's up, Noggin?
And Spaceballs, of course, too, sound great.
She couldn't handle it. Like she was on the fence, and I'm like, do what's going to make you happy.
Yep.
I don't think you're going to be happy with the D&D. And
but after she heard your bike,
says, "When do you want to put my pipe on?" I was like,
now.
May.
Yep. Let's see. She heard Big Mike's bike. She heard your bike, and then she heard Dallas's bike, and she's like, "Yep, send it."
Big Mike told me what that reel I put up of mine's what pretty much set it in stone for him.
Yeah.
And that was running on the old tune.
Yep. And it sounded better when, it got dialed in.
Yep. That Kamlope's really good now.
He says y'all need to stop talking Penny into shit. We don't talk people into anything.
I think
Tweedle's an influence. He influenced her into it.
He's just mad because she can outrun him now.
Yeah, Shane, you are right. If it does sound hollow, then in person, it definitely sounds way better.
Well, you got to keep in mind that bike still had the cats in it, probably. Because I got the video of the one that was decatted on my phone, but I can't quite pull it up while I'm on here.
Yeah. Well, I can't confirm or deny that. Oh, the cats are in the head pipe, right?
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounded amazing. The guy was very happy with it. And then that last pipe you put on Saturday night, late. He was very delighted to have that pipe and got his cracked pipe off. Literally, it was cracked. The muffler section, the right side, came off without unbolting the muffler from the head pipe.
Well, to be fair, the head pipe was loose, and it was a Reinhardt system, so the Reinhardt plate was actually pinched. It's still on there, so when Dallas was trying to get it loose and couldn't, when Droop was holding it and I pulled that clamp out and I started undoing the head bolts, that's when it kind of fell off.
Yep.
And the guys
it's been
like, I
cracked for a
told
long
you had
time.
exhaust leak.
Yep. I saw it as soon as you took that crossover cover off. I looked at it. I said, got a cracked pipe.
Yeah, I just got it off. I was busy trying to get it off. I wasn't inspecting the pipe.
Yep. Loud and proud, baby. Disturbing the peace.
He was in the truck with Drew when we was out after we left one night, and he said the pipes running with all the bikes was like you usually hear Harleys go through down the road and you hear thunder, but these were like freaking explosions going off. Like it was way better.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If they can't see you, they'll hear you.
Oh, two cars ahead of me can hear me now because when I brak the throttle, they end up moving.
Yep. So did you see I got hooked up by V-Twin Visionary?
No.
They gave me a Molly rack with Molly systems on it on both sides that go in the saddlebag. Jeff Galt gave that to me. He was like, you need one, take it. It's yours. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, when I went over there on Saturday to see Jay, when we was coming in, the parking attendants were like, where are you going? It's like, I got to drop off for left lane. And me and Bill just went around them. Yeah. And when we pulled in next to the left lane and backed up, this lady came up, what are you doing? I was like, I got to drop off for left lane. Jay's like, yeah, he's got to drop off for left lane.
Yeah, I talked to Recluse Clutch while they were set up there. Their clutch basket kit, it's going to send me to the poorhouse.
I have Screaming Eagle clutches in mine because that's what they put in the STs. And I'm actually kind of thinking about going back to them unless I start having a lot of clutch slippage. But right now, the clutch is holding the power of the bike, the torque. So
yeah, you're gonna want to watch my video Sunday. You're gonna want to watch that video on Sunday because he talks about it. The Recluse, the Screaming Eagle and the stock setup are 9 plates.
Mm-hmm.
The Recluse system is 17 plates. And the clutch pull on a hydraulic was very light. I was surprised how light it was.
I got a cable. And that thing sucks during traffic. Stop and go traffic.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to get a clutch saver.
Or I could go with Recluse and just have less pull because it does that on the clutch or the.
Yes, Dan, they are thinner, but talking to him, I couldn't get all the information on camera because of trade secrets and things like that, but he shared with me. They are made stronger than the standard 9 clutch system. I was impressed. I really was. When you're running all together, remind me of the Viking war horns. Vikings horns called the. Oh boy, to be heard around the world. Well, Iron Butterfly, you're in that group too. With the Sawiki exhaust.
Yeah, Two Up Journey Junkies put up a reel when we was going to eat at the restaurant that night.
Yep, I saw that. That's
Which was a
part of the
pretty-
reel was me coming up alongside you, and that's when.
That's when I hit my kill switch trying to keep you from hitting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I could be an ass like that at times, but it's not.
I'll get you back one day.
Just be happy I didn't do it to you while we were ripping down the road. I've been known to do that from time to time.
I'm gonna have to put a guard over my switch.
We used to do that to each other in the club, going down the highway at 100 miles an hour, just riding handlebar to handlebar. Yeah, click.
Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We used to do stupid stuff like that all the time.
So has anybody got any Sawiki questions? Rolling throttle questions?
Now's the time to ask. Got the employee of the month right here on screen. This
And
picture.
I kind of know what they got in stock right now, too.
Yep.
Probably about 90%.
Oh, by the way, the hoodie I bought Mel with the Sawiki with the pumpkin,
Yeah.
Mel loved it.
Yeah, I wore that one Monday. And then Tuesday, when I took the girlfriend to the doctor and had to take her to the hospital, I had my Disturbing the Peace on where it's like this, but he's missing half the finger, so it looks like he's flipping the bird.
Yep.
And the hospital didn't like that hoodie too much, but they'll get over it.
Yeah, I have that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Getting crop dusted.
Dallas and I got crop dusted.
Oh man,
In the middle of an exhaust install.
what's the first rally for Rolling Throttle next year?
I think I know, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah,
If he's still in here, he'll post it up.
yeah. I thought he was going to join too, Jack.
You know, they're beat it. They got home last night, and then today they had to go in through all the inventory of everything, get everything in the trailer reset and all that. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I was talking to them because I'd love to put a Sawiki on my Road Glide, but the only problem I have is I got the stretch bags, and I don't want to leave an open hole. So I was talking to them maybe doing like a ghost pipe or something. And they're like, well, we've been thinking about that.
I've heard they were thinking about it.
And that's
Maybe
what I
next
got.
year.
That's what I got out of the chief engineer for, people like me who like the look of a 2-into-1-into-2, but want the performance of a 2-into-1. That they were seriously thinking about producing a ghost pipe to go with their head pipes. So
I do know they have some pretty cool stuff that's probably going to be hitting next year that a lot of people's going to dig.
Yep. And I bought a product from Sawiki, from Rolling Throttle. It's a Sawiki product that's not on Sawiki's website nor Rolling Throttle's website yet.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I'll let out of the bag. They're making shift linkages and foot pegs and all that stuff. And so I bought, because I'm putting the mid controls back on Spaceball, and I bought the short shift linkage for the mid controls.
Yeah, I don't know. They gotta put all that stuff up on the website too. I don't know when they can do that though, because I don't even think it's out on Sawiki's website.
Yeah. The boss is doing his duties. Do not disturb. That would be Crystal. Isn't Crystal the boss?
Yes.
Mr. Dark Souls, how are you? No tent camping at Mobbin? That's not what I heard.
There's supposed to be tent camping. He's trying to work on it. Just stand by is all I can say. I don't know when he's going to get to it, but he's trying to get to it to get that straightened out. But yes, there's supposed to be tent camping there.
He's got a lot of stuff on his plate. Rolling throttle. His plate is overflowing. His plate looks worse than mine at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Well, at the same time, too, you know, people go to rallies. They really don't know what's involved with a rally from a vendor standpoint. Like, they had to drive all the way out from Rapid City, all the way to Tennessee, and we had to go pick up stock and then come back, set up in a hurricane, and then get everything set for actually installations and all that stuff, and get everything shut up at night, open everything back up in the morning. I mean, there is a lot that goes into it people don't realize.
Yeah.
Now, you can look at some of the bigger distributors that have those fancy trailers and the fancy awnings and all that. You can just drop curtains. You know, that's it don't take them as long to leave at night, but it takes them a long time to set up and break down.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to help tear down, but Big Mike was getting kind of beat.
Yeah.
And he was really exhausted, so you know, he needed to get back and shower and lay down.
So we ended up finishing that exhaust about 7:20, 7:30. And then I think we got everything broke down, put in the big trailer right around 9:30. And then went back to the cabin and had spaghetti, which was pretty daggone good.
Was Tweedledee cooking the spaghetti?
No, it was NC Dean.
Oh, yeah, the Crimson Dean.
Yep, the Crimson Dean.
Nice.
And Iron Butterfly.
Yeah.
Can't forget her.
So a whole bunch of them. Nobody really knew I was coming except for Tweedle.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't let it out.
Yep. And Dallas found out, well, actually, when we were en route, that I was coming down because I was on the phone with Dallas and Tweedle. And
because you grew a conscience.
Tweedle made me lie, and I can't stand lying. So I had to call Dallas and apologize and tell him the truth that I was on my way. So we ended up getting a hotel.
Though, another channel kind of outed you as being on the way to the rally.
Yeah, but I deflected that saying, hey, do you have a spare bed?
Well, some of us are smarter than that.
Yeah, well, they didn't actually know I was going down either. They just assumed.
Well, their assumption outed you.
Yeah, whatever. So I had to call Dallas back and tell him the truth.
But I think it was funny when you told me, because I didn't think you was coming. I thought it was like a sponsor thing going on. And I was like, oh, yeah, HD told me. He's like, oh, no.
See,
I cooked
the spaghetti. Bill did so it was Iron Butterfly that cooked the spaghetti. Bill just did the bread.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Them two were in the kitchen, so I give them both credit. But that shit was good.
It was banging, huh?
Yeah. It's definitely hit the spot after a long day at work.
I said, yeah, you had me throwing. You had. That's all right, Jack. We know the truth. All right, guys. We're at this for an hour and a half tonight. It has been a great evening. Great chatting. Hope everybody learned something about the Smokey Mountain Rally. Bike week. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going back again. Unfortunately, it's looking like 2027. So it should be a lot bigger and a lot better. I feel with Myrtle Beach going on didn't hurt that rally. What'd you think?
No, even last year Myrtle Beach was going on, and it didn't hurt that rally because it's a riding rally. You do have vendors there. You don't. A lot of the other vendors are going to that, but there was vendors that went to it last year over in Myrtle that actually came to Smokey Mountain and was like, I think we're going to come here from now on.
Yeah, right on.
I think with a little bit more promotion on Smokey Mountain Harley's end, it could be a huge rally.
They need to hire an event promoter. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
With that being said, Tweedle, thank you for jumping on and telling your story how you made a grown man cry over his Legend suspension.
Just don't ask me no stupid ass questions.
All right.
I'll tell the truth.
All right. So with that being said, how much could a woodchuck chuck a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A lot of wood.
It was a stupid question.
A lot of wood.
A lot of wood. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Live the best life you can. Ride often and always ride hard.